Hi, welcome to livingpianos.com. This is Robert Estrin, and today we have a very helpful show for you. It's 5 essentials of piano practice. And I'm going to start with the most important one, and it is memorization. Really, memorize, memorize, memorize. That is the most important thing for certainly classical pianists to embark upon. Anybody who is a soloist is going to spend a great deal of their practice time memorizing music. And no matter how much music you've amassed, it's endless, the repertoire available to you. And you really should spend time every day memorizing, always growing your repertoire. My father, in his 80s, was learning pieces he had never learned before, like major works, like pictures at an exhibition of Mussorgsky. He learned for the first time when he was in his 80s and performed it. That takes real courage, and it keeps your brain alive too. So memorize music, and that is the foundation for piano practice. Well, what else is there? Well, you want to explore new repertoire, and this is where sight reading comes in. You can see what music you like and start thinking about what you want to study next. At the same time, you enhance your sight reading skills. Of course, there's no substitute for playing with other musicians, which is the third thing. When you play with other musicians, first of all, when you play with musicians who are better than you learn so much. It's an incredible experience. Even if they play different instruments from you, the sense of style and phrasing, rhythm, intonation, all these things come together and give you a depth of understanding you'd never get otherwise. Also, it enhances your sight reading ability, because when you're trying to sight read by yourself, it's all but impossible not to stop when you mess up. But when you're playing with somebody else, you have to keep the music moving, which is really what sight reading is all about. So there's also other things that you can do to enhance your practicing. Exploring other styles, and this is where improvisation comes in. Not all music is written out. A lot of music, as a matter of fact, most styles of music, from rock to pop to jazz, blues, new age, these are improvised styles primarily. Now, many of these works might have a lead sheet where you have a melody and chords to realize, but it's still improvisation. And it's richly rewarding to explore other styles of music. Not only that, but it's great fun. If you get into informal get-togethers, parties, and people start playing the blues, if you've ever played the blues, you know you can play with anyone. In fact, it's a universal language. You could go to Bangkok, Thailand, and go to the clubs and sit in with somebody if you know how to play the blues and could read changes from a lead sheet. And the last thing I'm going to mention today is realize that anywhere you are, you can be practicing, because practicing is a thought process. So if you're waiting in line somewhere, at the coffee house for your fancy drink to be made, instead of just sitting there, going on your phone and seeing, did anybody text me or email me? Try playing through your music mentally. It's a tremendously valuable practice. Playing away from the piano, or any instrument for that matter, is very challenging, and it makes you think much, much more than when you play, where you have the feel. The tactile memory is a thing all of its own. Have you ever been playing the piano and you realize, you talk about zoning out? No, you zone in, realize, oh, I've been playing this piece, and you've been thinking about something totally different? Well, that's tactile memory at work. Your fingers remember what they've done before. It's not really a reliable type of memory. That's why when you practice without the aid of a piano, where it's just pure thought, the practicing is incredibly valuable. It cements the memory, and if you come to a spot you can't pass, reference the score when you have the opportunity and strengthen your memory. I hope these 5 tips have helped you. There are hundreds of videos to explore, and I'm happy to take suggestions for future videos. Again, Robert at livingpianos.com, your online piano store.